This video is an introduction to the ALEKS online math homework system. When you first enter ALEKS for the very first time, you're going to see a screen similar to this one. It's a tutorial explaining the various buttons and features of ALEKS. The very first thing that you'll encounter is a tools tutorial. If you've never used ALEKS before, this is a very helpful tutorial in how you can type in your answers and the various buttons that you need to use to type in your answers. You can go through this tutorial. There's also the option to skip it if you're familiar with ALEKS or you feel confident in how you can type in your answers. Once you've completed or gone through the tools tutorial, the first task is to start your knowledge check. This knowledge check is an initial series of questions so that ALEKS can monitor what sort of topics you currently have mastered and what topics you need help on and need to continue to work on in the ALEKS program. How you enter the knowledge check is simply by selecting the button and working through the various questions. As you see when you enter the knowledge check, the question that you get, you can either type in the correct answer or you can select the option I don't know. It's a good idea to try your best on this knowledge check so that ALEKS has a very accurate representation of what topics you currently know and what topics you need help. Once your knowledge check is completed, that's when ALEKS will give you a series of topics to work on. Let's see what that looks like. Now that I've completed my knowledge check, I can now see my pie chart with the various slices filled in. So each slice represents a different skill that we want to master in ALEKS, and it can show what portion of that slice we currently have mastered. So each slice, as you can tell, has a colored in portion. Those are the topics that we have mastered, as well as a gray portion, which are the topics left to master. There's also this progress bar on the top, so we can see how many topics we've mastered. Currently, I haven't learned any of the topics in ALEKS, so that's 0, and then how many are remaining overall. The very important thing to notice on the left here is the current topics that we're working towards. So for exam 1 material, I have 74 of the 84 topics that I need mastered already completed. That leaves me with 10 topics left to complete by February 20th. So between now and then, I want to make sure that I'm making progress on that goal, doing a certain number of topics between each class, and making sure that I'm going to be able to finish all of my topics that I have left before the February 20th due date. A good thing to note is if you do finish all those topics, you'll unlock the next exam material and continue working. How we continue into those topics is by selecting this button, Continue My Path. When you click Continue My Path, ALEKS will automatically bring you to the next topic that is monitored through your knowledge check that you need to master. So for me, that's estimating a product of decimals. This little arrow is a drop-down menu, so I can see the topic I'm currently on, as well as all the topics that follow that in the path that ALEKS has chosen for me. You might also see some topics in your knowledge path that have a lock icon. What that lock icon means is there may be some prerequisite material that you have to do topics for before that unlocks. In my case, I don't have any topics with the lock, but you would see it in this little corner where that shield is. For the goal topic, you'll see a little lock indicating you have a prerequisite topic left to do. Now, that's one way that I can complete the ALEKS topics. Another way might be actually searching for an ALEKS topic. So a good example is in our very first lesson, 1-1, we did a lesson on percentages, decimal values, and pie charts. So one thing at the end of the toolkit that your instructor provided was a series of ALEKS topics that relate to that lesson. So maybe I want to start with those 3 ALEKS lessons get those completed first while the lesson is still fresh in my mind. So this very first topic, measuring an angle with a protractor, is what we'll search for. So how do you search? So again, you'll click on Continue My Path. It will bring you automatically to the next topic, but we want to search. So what we do is go over to this Filters drop-down, click on Search the Topic, and we'll type in our topic name. Again, that was measuring an angle. So measuring an angle. So as I start typing it in, all my topics will get filtered out. So right now I can see angle measure in a circle graph is the only one that popped up. I didn't see measuring angle with a protractor, so if it doesn't pop up, then that means that ALEKS is considered you've learned that topic, right? So here I don't see anything for ready to learn. If I click review, then I can see that topic. So for instance, if I know my knowledge check, I didn't use a protractor and I'm not sure if I really know that topic all that well, you can click on that review button and then select the topic. Even if it's mastered, you can still go through and work it and get a chance to experience that. So here I can go into the topic and do that particular topic again. So no matter where you're at in ALEKS, if you want to know how to continue doing topics, you can go back to your home page and always select the Continue My Path. So when you select Continue My Path, it'll always pop you to that next topic in line that ALEKS has aligned for you, and you continue making progress. So again, the key thing is that you're continually doing topics in between the various classes and staying top of all these topics that you have left to do. So for instance, I only have 10 topics left. However, I may have many, many more topics. In fact, I know I have many more topics left over for the other exams that I still have to master. So as I'm going through it, maybe this takes me less time. I can complete all those topics. As soon as you mastered all the exam 1 material, even if it's before February 20th, that's fine. What will happen is it'll unlock the exam 2 material. One thing I want to tell you about, so that no one is surprised, is as you go through the Continue My Path option, every once in a while, ALEKS is going to present you with another knowledge check. What that is to monitor how well you're actually retaining the topics that you learned, and also give ALEKS a better sense of whether or not you've truly mastered these topics. So if you do come across another knowledge check, what would happen is instead of Continue My Path, you would have that knowledge check button there, and you have to do the knowledge check to continue going. So it really forces you to do that knowledge check. If that does happen, again, treat it like that initial knowledge check. Do your very best on that so that you can get all of your topics. Those knowledge checks are actually pretty helpful because you may do a particular question that allows you to master more topics that you didn't have before in ALEKS. It also works in reverse as well. If you had mastered some topics, maybe now you don't know them as well, you forgot about them, you miss a question related to that topic, you could also have topics added for you to still have to master. So it works both ways. Really try your best on those knowledge checks as they come up. If you have to redo any topics, it's really not a bad thing. It means you're getting the practice that you need.